Hey, what's up, Black Comic Lords? It's your boy Paul once again with my Paul's Picks. These is for the books coming out on September 8th of 2021. Now, these books have a final order cutoff date of August 15th, 2021, which is tomorrow. So you got to get your orders in if you want to make sure that you secure these issues. There's a couple here that you're definitely going to want to get, and also get your discounts as well. And before we get started, if you guys get any value in these videos, it would really help all of us out here at the Black Comic Lords if you like, subscribe, and follow all of our social media outlets: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It really helps us out. So with that being said, let's get into those books. We're going to do this in alphabetical order. First issue is Ant number 1. Erik Larsen took over this book. He took it over actually with the last issue, issue number 12, which came out a few months ago. This will be the first issue that is completely under Erik Larsen's run. So looking forward to it. It's the first issue. You always want to pick up a first issue of a black comic book and see what happens. Next up, the book that we're all really looking forward to, Black Manta number 1. Now, this is Black Manta's very first series. Black Manta, I'm hoping that the direction that they take with this is something akin to a Killmonger of the Seas, because I think that would be a really dope concept. It's got 3 really good covers. There's the main cover, cover A, cover B by Sanford Green, the legend. Cover C is a 1 in 25 variant by Manta. This book is also going to introduce 2 new characters. One is a female character named Torrid, who's supposed to be a hero, and a villain, a new villain that's going to challenge for the role of king of the underworld in the seas, called Devil Ray. So you've got first issue, the 2 first appearances. You got to get this book. You got to get this book. Next up, Champions number 9. This is just a fly cover on this one. You've got Miles, Sam Alexander, and Kamala Khan. They're still working on taking down Roxxon from the inside. If you're following Champions, you're following these heroes. It's just another chapter in that story. Next up, Eve, number 5, the final issue of Eve. She's going to swim down to a vault and see what's going on down there. This has been one hell of a ride in this story. It's been a very unique story. I'm curious to see how it all plans out. There's 1, 2, 3 main covers. All 3 of them are just beautiful. I mean, Eve has had consistently beautiful covers on all of them. Next up, Excellence number 11. We're reaching the end of this arc in Excellence. This one has to do with the concept that women aren't supposed to engage in magic. It's one of the rules of the ages. If you've been following Excellence, you know what I'm talking about. So next up, we've got Green Lantern number 6. Big fan of this book. Very slept on. I've only got 1 of the 2 covers, but in this storyline, if you've been following Green Lantern, you know, even back in Future State, you know that Jessica Cruz is going through some issues. In the Green Lantern annual solicit for 2021, she becomes a Yellow Lantern. In fact, she becomes a very powerful Yellow Lantern. So this cover's got Sinestro fighting Green Lantern Joe Mullen. I'm here for it. Want to see what happens. Next up, Justice League Infinity number 3. Now, I don't know anything about this. I'm not collecting this book. I'm not reading this book. I haven't even read this list. I don't know what it's about. I put this in this list strictly for the cover. Let's check out this cover. On this cover, I have a general rule. Whenever you see 3 black characters on a comic cover, you got to get it. That's a me thing. That's just a me thing. So this has nothing to do with the storyline. I don't know. The story could be trash for all I know. All I know is I've got Jackson Hyde, Aquaman, Nubia, and Calvin Ellis on the cover. Basically, the Black Justice League versus the White Justice League. I don't know what's going on, but that cover is alone worth it, because I've never seen those three characters on the same cover before. Next up, Ordinary Gods number 3. Now, this has been a good book. I like Ordinary Gods. I don't want to give any spoilers, but this has to do with a group of immortal people that are reincarnated through time. And you have this young black character, 20 years old, who finds out that he's one of these 5 gods, so to speak, immortals. Good book. Good book. I highly recommend it. Next up, The S Factor, number 2. I have not read number 1. This book was delayed for a long time, but the basic premise is that the sidekick character, the sidekick superhero character, decides to get some more exposure by going on a reality dating show. It sounds like a crazy concept. It's something different, so you might want to check it out. Next, we've got Star Wars, The High Republic, The Monster of Temple Peak, number 2. If you've been following Star Wars comic books, you know that they are on fire right now, particularly the High Republic books. Particularly of the High Republic books, this is a new book. This is a High Republic adventure book. And those are the most slept on Star Wars books, and that's where all the action's really happening in terms of introduction of characters. This is a new character by the name of Ty Yorick. It's kind of it's a black female looking alien for all intents and purposes. I read first issue. I was impressed. It's a Jedi who basically quit the Jedi and became a monster hunter for hire, kind of a mercenary. I dug it. I thought it was a great story. If you're a fan of Star Wars, you're into that. Finally, last issue, White, number 3. This has been, that book has had tremendously low print runs. Good luck if you can get it. I don't know why Black Mask is doing it, but they're only printing 2,500 issues of each of these books. I've enjoyed these first 2 issues. I think some people have been put off by the concept of the title and not without reading the book. I really enjoyed it. And let's take a look at this cover. You've got the axis of evil on the cover, basically. If you know your history or even recent history, you know what I'm talking about. I'm curious to know what this one's going to be about. But those are the picks, everyone. Good hunting, and most importantly, good reading. Thanks.
We got history. Got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me.